Hey y'all, hey, how y'all doing? I hope everybody's feeling good and great and all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know we have made it thus far. Actually, we made it thus far all the time. Like whenever you wake up the next day, you have made it thus far. You know what I'm saying? From like what? So y'all know I ain't into the to all this celebrating the Christmas, New Year, and all that old shit. Like my frame of mind is like I don't know. I just look at life every single day as like a celebration. That's how you should think. Well, for me, I ain't gonna tell you how to think for your motherfucking self, but for me, you know what I'm saying? Like I think that way. So and I don't get involved in all that old bullshit. But anyway, just be happy that you're here and hopefully you're doing great things. Always trying to elevate yourself to the highest of the high, working on your wellness, your mental, your physical, your spiritual, your financial, your emotional um well being. Did I say mental? Did I say that? And mental too. It was five of them. But anyway, I like to watch these I love trap queens. Oh my god. Yo, I was so engrossed in that shit. Like I fell asleep on it and woke up. It was like and had to like bring it back. Like it was just so good. Like I'm very intrigued by stories like that. Like people who put themselves in position to like to possibly go to jail. Like the outcome can't be that. You know what I'm saying? So I was watching this other show. This guy, he has a show. His called is Matthew Cox, and so he was talking to this guy. His name was Andrew something. I forgot your last name. Yeah, people over here know I don't know nobody's name. And he was telling a story about this guy who was a Mormon, and you know they was doing business together, and yeah, how it went from 0 to 100. And I think y'all know what I'm saying. But anyway, y'all listen to this shit. Like I was so like just, but not surprised because I'm also gonna tell you my story that I had with somebody that was kind of similar to that. But anyway, listen up to this real quick.
Okay, just do business handshake. Let's give you the check and that's it. Two is they want to do business and they don't want to eat alone. And I don't want to eat alone either. Like they're traveling by themselves and like, hey, you want to have a bite to eat with me? And maybe not even talk business, but just have a bite to eat. And the third want to do debauchery in South Florida. They want me to show them some kind of crazy debauchery.
Yeah, let's see some girls. Let's go to
You
the
name
strip
it,
club.
right? Yeah, you name it, right? Okay, so the guy says, "Why do you talk about that?" And he says, "What was your first story be?" I said, "Well, my first story would be the Mormon." And he goes, what's the Mormon? I said, "There's a Mormon guy that called me up. He said, I want to buy 20 machines. But if I'm going to give you like, $97,000, I need to come see that you're a family man, you're religious, and you believe in Jesus and the Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints and all that. And we need to pray together."
Of course.
So I said, "Okay, come to my office." Absolutely, right? So he comes in, and we talk for about an hour in my office, and all he talks about, he doesn't even talk about the opportunity, the Red Bull opportunity. He talks about family. I see your family. I see your wife. I see your daughter. How do you feel about Jesus? How do you feel about John Smith? John Smith, yeah, he was a great kicker for the Patriots. I knew John Smith is in the BYU, but anyways. So he's talking about, have you been to Provo and BYU? It's so great. And I said, yeah. So he's talking about family, God, and really like genuine things. So I have to respect that. He's a man of God. So he says, "I'm going to do the deal, but I want to pray on this. Let's hold hands." So we hold hands. I pray. All right. And we do the prayer. And he says, "I feel good about you. Yeah, I'm going to do the deal." Okay. He gives me the check. He says, "But I'm staying at the Atlantic Hotel in Fort Lauderdale Beach. I really don't want to eat alone." I said, "Fine. Yeah, there's a restaurant downstairs called Trina at the time. And Trina's was a good restaurant I liked." And I said, "Meet me there at 7:30. He goes, "Yeah, I'll go down from my room at 7:30. Okay. I go there at 7:30. We eat. And for about 3.5 hours, all he talks about is Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, Mormons, my family, his family, really genuine stuff, right? So I said, "Hey, it's about 10:30. I got to go." I don't have to, but it's kind of, at this point,
it's enough already.
It's been said, right? So he says, "Hey, listen, it's kind of, the night's early. I was thinking about going to one of those clubs." And I'm like, "Clubs? Like, you don't seem like a, bed and mansion in South Beach, the club, right?" I go, "Well, okay, I can pick you a club. I can get in the door." So we go down to Miami. We're on 95 going down to Miami. And I'm going to go to a club called Bed back then. So halfway down, he says, "I think you misunderstood me." I'm like, "No, you said you want to go to a club, right?" He goes, "Yeah, I'm talking about one of those gentlemen clubs." I'm like, "You want to go to a strip club, man? We had plenty in Fort Lauderdale. I'd have to go all the way down to Miami." I turn the car around. We go back to Fort Lauderdale. So we go to Pure Platinum. It's not there anymore. It was Pure Platinum was in Fort Lauderdale. And we go in there, and he looks like a 10-year-old that's never seen titties before.
Right.
Like he's looking around like this, right? We sit down, and this girl named Megan that I know there said, "Hey, Andrew, how you doing?" I said, "Good, Megan.
Damn.
Right. You know, I took clients there. I took clients there. Like,
no, I hear you.
And actually, at one time, no, not that. I went to bed by myself too, but I was actually at the time kind of bored of strip clubs. It's like the same thing. Like I mean, you know what I mean? Like, just give me a lap dance. Let's go. Like, let's get the grind on or something. So, anyways, we sit down, and he points to a guy and a girl over there. He says, "What's that?" And I said, "You mean that?" He goes, "Yeah." I go, "That's a lap dance. You want a lap dance?" "Hey, Megan, you get a girl to give him a lap dance." So he taps me on the shoulder while she's going to get a girl, and he says, "Can you make it an Asian girl?" I'm like, "I don't know." Like, I asked Megan, "Get an Asian girl here?" She goes, "Yeah, we do. We have a girl named whatever her name was." She comes over. I give the girl like $200. Just give him like 10 lap dances, blow his mind.
Right.
Okay. I go back and get my lap dances, right? So I come back about an hour later, and he's loving it, right? I said, "Listen, I really do have to go. I'll get you a car. You can take a car back. Like, I'll get you somebody. You have a great time. The machines are going to be there in about 30 days. Everything's good, right?" And he's like, "No, I'll go back with you." I'm like, "Why? You're having fun, right?" "No, I'll go back with you." I said, "Okay." We start driving back to the hotel in Fort Lauderdale Beach. It's a short drive. He's like, "Listen, the night is young, and like I'm kind of like lonely."
It's not young.
So I'm like, "Yeah, it's not young," and I'm thinking like lonely. I don't know if he wants me to go in with him. I don't even know at this point. He's like, "I'm looking for one of those like companions." I go, "You want a hooker? You want the escort?"
Right.
He's like, "Yeah, I think that's what they're called." So I know a guy named Joey. He's like a mobbed up guy. I've got girls for him with other clients before. So I called Joey up. "Andrew, what's up? You haven't talked to me in a long time." Like, I got a client here. He's at the Atlantic Hotel. He's at room number, what is it? 1024. Can you get a girl to come up? And he taps me on the shoulder again.
Asian girl.
He says Asian. So he says, "I have an Asian girl. She could be there like 20 minutes. Great. I'm dropping the guy off. Great. I got to go back to Davie. It's out west. I got to ride back. It's fucking 2:30 in the morning. Excuse my language." So anyways, I leave there and I'm going back home, and I'm almost 2 minutes from the house and my phone starts blowing up. And so my phone keeps calling, and I think it's my wife, but she knows I'm doing business at night. She's cool with it, but maybe it's an emergency. I look down, it's not my wife's number. I pick it up, I say hello, and it's Joey. And Joey says, "You know who I am? I could kill you or kill him, man. What are you doing there? This guy just punched my girl in the back of the head, tried to put it in her butt, and called her a..." And I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "Holy God, I don't even know this guy. He's like a Mormon, right?" He goes, "Go back there and handle that." So I go back from Davie, turn around, and had to go all the way back to Fort Lauderdale Beach. I go in the Atlantic Hotel, and she's in the lobby. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning. She's like holding her head. And I'm like, I go, "What's up?" And she goes, "You know that guy?" And she always says the same thing, like a girl gets in trouble. She goes, I know people.
Right.
Like, what happened? Listen to me. I told him everything was good. It was paid for, and we was going to have regular, sex. And he tried to put it in my butt. And I said no. And he donkey punched me in the back of the head and called me a racist name.
Right.
And I'm like, "What?" He goes, "Yeah, I feel it." And I felt her head, and there was a lump on there. And I'm like, I go up to his room, and I'm like, I ring the bell, and he doesn't answer. I'm knocking, I'm banging on the door. I don't care. I'll call the cops. You need to answer. He opens it up, and it's like Jekyll and Hyde. He went from like a demure, like talking about Jesus Christ, and he looks at me. I said, "This guy's got mobbed up at owns the escort area." "Oh, I don't care, man. She didn't even let me put it in her butt." I'm like, "You're nuts, man. You're nuts." So I go back down. I give the girl like $300 to have her shut up. I go, "You want to ride home?" And I'm not that bad to hit on the girl at that time. I'm almost that bad, but I didn't. And I just drove her back and shipped the machines and never heard from the guy.
Y'all hear that shit? See, that's what I'm saying. Like, you don't be knowing nobody's motherfucking desires. You do not know nobody's motherfucking desires. You do not know nobody's desire. He talked all that, church and God and, you know what I'm saying? But he still wanted to, because we all are sexual beings. It's just that people be fighting theirs for whatever, I guess because of church and religious reasons and stuff like that. Or, I don't know, like the world have put thoughts in your head that you're supposed to be, whatever, I don't know. But a lot of people be suppressing their motherfucking sexual urges and those desires that's inside of them. Y'all heard that the man was requesting the Asian woman, and then he's all about God. He's a Mormon and church and family, but he wanted him an Asian woman, and then like they was just regular. He's supposed to do regular sex and whatnot, and he was like, no, he wanted to fuck her in her butt. Now he said that he called her a racial slur, so I don't know what it was. It sounded to me, it looked like his lips said the N-word. I'm like, wait, did he call this Asian lady Like, did he say that? But I, because from his lips, you know, they blurted it out. But whatever, he said something to her, and because she wouldn't allow him to do that to her, and he hit her in her head, kapow in the back. Then the man who introduced him to the man that he was doing business with, the Andrew guy, he comes back because, you know, it was a show. You know what I'm saying? It was a mob involved. He got the prostitute. She's a prostitute. Whatever the fuck. He had to go back, and he was like, "Yo, he went from being this nice guy to Jekyll and Hyde." Do we really know people? No, we really fucking don't. Because do people really say who the fuck they really, really are? No, they motherfucking don't. Until they get into those spaces where they feel that they really, really can. Because you following this, whatever this may be for you. And hopefully, like, whatever you're following, that is something that is accurate to you, and you believe in it, and like for real, like this is who I am, that type of thing. But then again, we as human have sexual desires. And the church, you know what I'm saying, they definitely suppress it. Y'all think about the Catholic Church, and all the molestation that happened over there. It was also said that it was some nuns that had went to Africa, and they came back pregnant. They was in there like, they probably was doing all this too. And they were doing the Meg, and like, you can't suppress that. And then I know nuns is not supposed to have sex. Who brought that up? Who said that? Who said that? That's not humanly really possible. Like, especially like in a certain age. Like, think you can still get sexual urges, like, and men still be having sex when they like in their 70s and 80s and shit like that. I guess they can get it up. Women still be having sex. You know what I heard about the fucking, what the fuck that shit called, where elderly people, like a citizens building, a senior citizens building. This one guy said he was a super there, and he said, the one thing that they be doing a lot, and I was like, what, drinking? No, he was like, sex. He said they just be having sex, like, I just was like, wow. But because you alive, you ain't dead. You know what I'm saying? And I say that to say, because we all have urges, and we're sexual beings. We are meant to explore our bodies along with someone else's. Listen, it was a guy that used to come see me when I was an exotic dancer, right? He was a Jewish guy who wore that thing. Is that called a yarmulke? I don't know what it's called. If that's wrong, my bad. But you know what I mean. That. And it was like in a weird ass place. It was on 8th Avenue, and you walked downstairs was a Chinese restaurant. It was great, like some sort of like nasty looking buffet type shit. I'm like, who the fuck eat there? But anyway, it was like that. It was on damn, what street was that? Let's going back, like 44th, between 44th, 45th, or 45th and 46th and 8th Avenue, right? It's crazy, like people just going in and out, also all that. So, and upstairs, you just walk up one step, like one flight of steps, and this strip club was right there. And it was a small little something, and I had to make money in there. There was no lap dancing in there, but this guy used to come with the thing on his head, and he's like, when I was dancing for him, he would like just touch my legs like all the time, like that was his thing. And I'm telling y'all that because once again, you know what I'm saying. Look at this man. This is a religious man, right? And now he in there with this sexy black girl feeling on her thighs because he like them thighs. You can't suppress your fucking sexual fucking urges. Like, I mean, you can, but they just become explosive. And then especially if your motherfucking family find out, like that'd be like some shit type shit. That's why people gotta have real conversations about this shit. Like severely real conversations about it. Like I said, I do want people to get to a point to where people can say to who their spouse, their partner, whomever, this person makes me feel like this. You know what I'm saying? And then also y'all need to not to understand to not get sex and love confused. That's generally on the woman part, although that can also happen with men too. They put him on him when she put him on him, and she put him on him, and this one gonna fell in love and all that other shit. He done fell in love. You know what I'm saying? And girls like this because he gives it to you, that don't mean that he love you. Especially if it's just somebody that you just met, that type of thing. And if he married or have a girlfriend or something, like, you know what I'm saying? Understand what you're doing, when you're doing it. But the point is the urges that people have, and it just boggles my mind because I was just on a podcast, and this lady was like, "No, she was Caucasian. She was like, believe she said she was from Germany. Okay, now I may have made that up. I don't know, but she was like, I do believe that there's people who don't, cheat and stuff like that. I was like, yeah, okay, all right. You can tell yourself that shit. Now I believe everybody go outside. Yeah, I kind of do. Let me stop lying. I do believe that. That it don't and that don't mean, like I said earlier, like it doesn't equate to love. It's just that somebody just wants something else. Another quick story I like to share. This was at the swinger club, and I remember this guy had told me that no, and then people just they get so deep with you, whatever the fuck going on in their life at the swinger club, right? And my thought process on it was like, I guess because everybody is naked, the people take their clothes off, and then I guess everything else comes off, right? So it was this guy, and he was Caucasian man, and he was saying that I think their child had passed away, and it was just like a depressing time, well, of course, and he came there to like release. This don't have anything to like to do with love, so do y'all consider that cheating if he go to, well, yeah, I guess most people will say that, but once again, the point is, it's like the urges and also the desires that people have, right? Because the mother, she probably was like soaking in her sorrows or whatnot, but yet that man still got that dick, and he still want to get power plow some shit. You know what I'm saying? There was this other man I met at there, and he said that he had a girlfriend, and they had a baby. Now he just telling me his side of the story. So I don't know what's going on. Maybe she could have felt insecure about her body. Maybe she got somebody else. I don't know. We can come up with all type of scenarios what's going on. But what he told me was that she don't want to have sex, so he be going out. So he did find him a little partner or whatever, and him and his partner get together and they do what they do, and they break ways. But yeah, he still was also coming to the swinger club. I'm just saying. See, like, y'all really you cannot be out here not having conversations. Like, just not. You can't. You understand what I'm saying? Well, you can, but things is gonna be going on. Hopefully, people is pretty slick about it, where you won't find out. But I do believe that people do slide out just for the sake of the pleasure of exploring someone else's body. That's my thought. And the reason why I think that way is from all the stories and things that I have actually seen. Like, and then let's not even talk about the ones that may be in a heterosexual relationship, whether it's man or woman, and they actually fucking gay. And they dipping over there on the other side of the street. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, listen. Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think about. Please, please let me know what y'all think about that. Especially that man story. That shit was so like, wow. But not surprising to me. Because, all types of people comes into in the sex industry, whether it's from the exotic dance and the stripper club, the swingers club, you know what I'm saying? All types. And they be telling their story, like how they really, really feel. But unfortunately, they can't explain it to their partner for whatever reason. Y'all gotta stop being so goddamn judgmental, people. Like, for real, for real. And be able to have honest conversation. I don't know if that's even possible because y'all allow y'all egos to get in the way. When somebody else is attracted to somebody else, it ain't got nothing to do with you. It don't. It's between those two people. Now, if it go further, if you the partner and the other person that he or she has that sexual energy with, if it goes further, and they so happen to fall in love, because that can also happen too. That definitely can happen, but for the most part, it kind of don't. But it can. You know what I'm saying? So when you open up those types of boxes and when shit like that type of happen, but then again, when shit like that happen, you should know, like, life is about experiences, and um you learning from them, and some things you have to let go. Stop thinking just because you marry somebody, everybody want to be in a loving relationship and stuff like that. You marry somebody that y'all are meant to be together forever, forever, forever. That don't necessarily mean that. I'm not shitting on marriages. I believe in marriages. Marriages are a great thing, a great partnership, for spiritual reasons, for financial reasons, for to raise these children, for a companionship, like, all to share your experiences through life. Yes. Yeah, I'm with that. But things do happen, and you have to not soak when something happens like that, to where you feel like, or you want to hurt somebody behind it. I mean, it is so. How many billions of people do they say on this earth? If you don't knock it off, not to say you don't be hurt, because we are dealing with emotions all day, every day. But you have to learn how to channel them for the greater good for self. So you can go on with your life and do great things and find that person that woo and wow you, or whatever the case, or just experience life as it is, whatever it is, and however and what it's going to be. And don't be afraid. Stop holding on to some shit when some shit sometimes, if it's a situation where the partner went out and went somewhere else and then fell in love with somebody, don't get in of course you're going to be in your feelings. I'm not saying that, because everybody going to be in your feelings. But you got to learn how to you got to learn how to be like, and I'm going to go on this way. You know what I'm saying? Like, seriously. I know it's easier said than done, but it can be done. And I don't even think it's easier said than done. It's just a lot of people try to make it complicated because y'all be holding on to shit that don't need to be in your life. But anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think about fire and desire. Oh, please leave your comments. Anyway, y'all know my name is Rill. I'm an intimacy coach / seductress with the service called Seductive ArT. And I will be having my Seductive ArT. I'm doing it on TikTok on February the 28th. I'm gotta think of a time. What's a good time? I'm thinking I just came up with 6 o'clock. Maybe 6 o'clock. Eastern Standard Time. I'll be putting it out there. My Instagram, my TikTok is, what is my TikTok? Oh, Real Nice. What's his name? My brand. Real Nice by Real. No, just Real Nice, not Real Nice by Real. Just Real Nice. RILL Nice. So go over there and follow me. I'll follow you back. Hope if you ain't got no stuff going on your page, I'm definitely not following you back. But I'm just, because maybe you ain't doing that. Maybe you just a spectator. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But yeah. So I will be doing that, giving you guys like a taste of what Seductive ArT is. And so we can definitely engage into it. So I hope to see y'all there February 28th, which is the last week in Black History Month, although Black History is every day, all day, is Fashion Week, as well as, I guess, for you people who celebrate Valentine's Day, the love is in the air. And then I'm saying, so yeah, I hope to see y'all there. As well as I'm an author. The name of my book is called Quickie and 7 Short Erotic Stories. Read while you fuck while you read. And I am a designer / fashion architect. The name of my brand is Real Nice by Rill. I'll be selling my things on TikTok really, really soon. Please be looking out for that. And if I resonate with you, you know what to do. Please hit that, click that. I would appreciate that. And y'all know how we lead this motherfucker. Be patient, be kind, be thoughtful, be on time, be about your motherfucking money, be grateful, be vocal, be opinionated, be happy, be fierce, be confident, be ambitious, be focused, be thoughtful, be a great listener, be supportive, be loving, be did I say grateful? I think I did. You know, all these great things, because you know we on the highway to the Most High. You know, and with our energy like positive and loving, right? So in the midst of you doing all of that, don't you fold, don't you think twice, don't you bend to look around the corner, and that is you always be you because God made you perfect just as you are. Until we meet again, y'all have a great night. Peace.